After falling one win short of going back to the NBA Finals, Oklahoma City Thunder's Kevin Durant is now an unrestricted free agent. So today, I'm going to kind of break down team by team of places that Kevin Durant may find his landing spot for next season. And yes, this could affect my NBA mock draft 3.0. In fact, I think it actually will in some way, shape, or form. So I'm going to start off with the Boston Celtics. I think that's a yes for Kevin Durant. And I did say that the Boston Celtics could trade the number 3 overall pick. In fact, if you haven't seen that yet, I'll put the link in the description box below, so you can see it if you'd like. So I was thinking that the Boston Celtics could want to trade the number 3 pick for maybe one or two serious veteran players, and they can also throw in some picks. I mentioned that. But I did not mention that they could trade the Thunder for Kevin Durant, because I don't know if the Thunder really want to make that move, but I think if it was for like the right amount of things, like if they got enough first round picks out of it, I think they would take the bait on it. And I honestly think the Boston Celtics are the number 1 landing spot for Kevin Durant right now at the moment. The Brooklyn Nets could be a maybe, kind of just based on how much money they can throw at him. Because the Brooklyn Nets, they do not have a first round pick this year. The New York Knicks, that could be a yes, because maybe Kevin Durant wants to play with Carmelo Anthony, although Carmelo Anthony kind of has some attitude problems and he kind of has some problems kind of on the court. In fact, he told a fan to ask the owner for their money back after the fan kind of heckled him a little bit. And I think if he had a veteran, experienced player like Kevin Durant, an MVP player like Kevin Durant, I think it would calm Carmelo's attitude a little bit. So that could be a yes. That could actually be in maybe the top 3 landing spots when this is all said and done. The Philadelphia 76ers, that's definitely a no, because the 76ers, they just have so much problems. They're just going through a lot right now. Especially with having the number 1 pick and having all these different kinds of picks. In fact, they're actually talking about now trading Jahlil Okafor and or Nerlens Noel. So there's just so much drama in Philadelphia right now. I just think Kevin Durant wants to avoid that completely. The Toronto Raptors, that's a yes. But it could only be a maybe at this point, because the Raptors also, they have Bismarck Biyombo and DeMar DeRozan as free agents as well. So they have to clear the cap space. They have to get enough cap space to support Bismarck Biyombo, DeMar DeRozan, and give enough to Kyle Lowry as well. And then if they want Kevin Durant, they got to get enough for him as well. So that's 4 different people you got to keep track of. They got to fill the cap space for, off the right amount of money to have all 4 on that team. So that can only be a maybe at this point. The Chicago Bulls, that's definitely a yes at this point, because the Bulls need something positive to happen in free agency, because they don't know if they're going to be able to sign Jimmy Butler or Joakim Noah. And Paul Gasol is really getting up there. He's getting up in the age where, considering the retirement, so they need to sign somebody like Kevin Durant to build around a team with young players. It may not be the number 1 landing spot right now, but maybe it could be the further we get down the line with this. Cleveland Cavaliers, that's a no. Simply because for 2 reasons. One, they probably won't be able to fit enough cap space for LeBron James as well, because LeBron James is also going to be a free agent after the NBA Finals is over. And you also have to keep Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, because eventually you may have to trade one of them to get Kevin Durant. And I don't think they want to do that. And plus, I don't think LeBron James wants Kevin Durant on his team anyway, because it'll take the spotlight off LeBron James and probably more on Kevin Durant, especially next season. The Detroit Pistons, that's a no, because I think they need to get the money to keep Brandon Jennings and Andre Drummond. So I think that's a no. Indiana Pacers, that's a maybe, because the Indiana Pacers, Kevin Durant may think about it. Maybe he wants to play with Paul George, maybe. But I just don't. I think it's only a maybe right now. It could go to a yes or a no at some point, maybe the next couple of weeks or months. The Milwaukee Bucks, that's definitely a no. The Atlanta Hawks, maybe, because maybe the Atlanta Hawks probably aren't going to try to resign Horford or Teague or Kent Bazemore. So maybe they'll have enough money to offer Kevin Durant to maybe play for the Hawks next season. Charlotte Hornets, that's a no, because the Charlotte Hornets kind of have a young team right now. They did really good this season, making the playoffs. I think they don't really want something like Kevin Durant to kind of mess that up, unless they really want him. But I think it's a no. Miami Heat, I think that's a no as well. Especially, I don't think Kevin Durant really wants to play for Miami because you have Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh that are probably close to retirement. I don't think he wants to play with two players that probably retire by the end of next season or by the 2017-2018 season. The Orlando Magic, I think that's a no because there's just not much experience on the Orlando Magic quite yet. So I think he wants to avoid the Magic. The Washington Wizards, I think that's a yes because he might want to play for his old coach. And plus, there's John Wall, there's Bradley Beal, there's Martin Gotat. There's a lot of talent on the Wizards. So he might consider that. I think the Wizards are probably the number 2 at this point. So far, it's Boston number 1, Wizards number 2, and the Knicks 3. Then the Bulls are probably in a close 4 if they're going to really go after Durant. The Golden State Warriors is a no, but maybe. Maybe Golden State really wants Kevin Durant to be more dominant than they already are. Although it's a no because Steph Curry may not want him on the team because he'll take the spotlight off Steph a little bit. And it'll go to Kevin Durant. The Los Angeles Clippers, that's a maybe because play with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. Maybe play with those guys. That could build the Clippers to a championship caliber team. Los Angeles Lakers is a no, but maybe. A no because the players are just so young and the Lakers are in a rebuilding process. And maybe they want to attract a veteran like Kevin Durant. But I just don't see it right now. But the maybe portion of it is if they can offer enough money for him to come to the Lakers. They gotta. It's kind of like offering the right amount of money, kind of offering the check, kind of like putting your money where your mouth is. I think the Lakers have to give him an overwhelming amount of money for him to even consider it. Because professional sports are just a business. I think the players they want money more than, they want two things. They want money and they want a championship. But I think they may want the money more based on after retirement. You can have that spending money and maybe possible endorsements. The Phoenix Suns, a no. Sacramento Kings, a no. Dallas Mavericks, a no as well. Houston Rockets, no, but maybe. No is basically Dwight Howard is there, but maybe he wants to play with James Harden again. So it's no because of Dwight Howard, but maybe because of his old teammate James Harden. It depends on whether the Rockets want to get rid of Dwight Howard. The Memphis Grizzlies are a no. The New Orleans Pelicans, a no. San Antonio Spurs, maybe, but I don't really think they could really afford that much. Although it could open up maybe someone on the big three, whether it's Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, or Manu Ginobili, actually retire this season. Or unless the Spurs want to get Kevin Durant on that team, because maybe they want to give Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, maybe one last chance for another championship. I just feel like you can add some speed and strength to the Spurs next season if they consider putting him on the team. The Denver Nuggets are a no. Timberwolves are a no. Those are teams that they're young teams rebuilding. Portland Trailblazers a maybe. I just think that it's only a maybe because maybe they won't be able to afford it as well as some of the other teams. Or he just doesn't want to be in Portland. And the last thing, the Jazz. They won't because the Jazz are kind of young as well. You got young players like Gordon Hayward and Trey Burke. Maybe if they want to consider Durant, it could really build up some leadership for the young players. but I just don't see it happening. And the final thing, staying in Oklahoma City, it's only a maybe at this point, but it could possibly be a yes, depending on what happens with Russell Westbrook as well. Because if Westbrook leaves, and I think Durant will leave, if Westbrook stays, I think Durant will stay. And I honestly think right now Westbrook is highly considering staying, so Durant might be considering staying as well. But your top five potential landing spots for Kevin Durant would be as follows: 1, the Boston Celtics. 2, the I know I said the Wizards would be number 2 earlier in the video. So Celtics 1, Wizards 2, New York Knicks 3, Chicago Bulls 4, and I'm going to boldly say the Clippers and the Spurs are tied for 5th on that. So that's going to do it. Maybe the Kevin Durant situation will have a bigger impact on the NBA draft and my mock draft 3.0. So let's kind of consider this as a NBA mock draft 3.0 preview. Comment below where you think Kevin Durant's potential landing spot could be, whether he'll actually sign with a team or the Thunder will probably trade some serious value to get something in exchange for Kevin Durant. And we like the video, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on my sports Twitter account at JBTalkSports. Also like my Facebook page. It's kind of a new thing. I've only had it for a couple of months. But feel free to take a look at it. An email for future video suggestions, birdtakejohnny@gmail.com. I will see you later. Have a good day, everybody. See you next time.